Hey guys, welcome to Bruce Magoots, where today we are going to be checking out this guitar. This is my Jackson USA KV2. I've had it for quite a long time, but I never really played it too much because I didn't want to ding it up and stuff like that. So I kind of been taking care of it, but somebody had told me and made a good point that guitars are meant to be played and enjoyed. And I agree with that. So this guy's going to start getting some more use. But I figured today we would look it over. What makes this special is that this is a Dan Lawrence painted pile of skulls. And there is only 3 KV2s that were ever painted with the pile of skulls. So it is a very, very rare guitar. And it's just a badass... it's a badass axe, man. I love this thing so much, and probably loved it too much, where I haven't really been enjoying it as much as I should. So what we're going to do is we are going to head over to the studio and take some closer looks. I'll go over all the build specs for it. I think the build years for the pile of skulls on the KV2s were 2005 to 2007. There was only 3 done. I've seen 1 in the wild. I don't know where the other one is, but this is the 3rd, and we'll go over the specs for it and take a closer look in the studio, and then I'll play something on it. It's probably going to be like a death metal song because this guitar is absolutely made for playing death metal. So we'll see. Probably, maybe like a Death or Deicide or Morbid Angel or something like that. We'll see. But anyway, let's go to the studio. All right, guys, let's go over the specs real quick on this. Obviously, is a KV2 pile of skulls painted by Dan Lawrence. This is I believe it's a 2006, but they were made. One was in 2005, one was 2006, and then one was very early in 2007 before they discontinued the KV2 pile of skulls. It is a neck through quarter sawn maple body, a 12 to 16 compound radius. It has Dunlop 6105 frets, which feel really, really smooth for nickel frets, although at some point I'm probably going to swap those out for stainless. It is a 25.5-inch scale length. It has the tuners on there are Jackson, U.S.A. tuners, which I think are just Goto tuners that are rebranded. Black hardware. As far as the bridge pickup, it is a Duncan TB4, and then the neck is a Duncan SH4N, so the classic Duncan setup, especially for metal. OG Floyd 3-position blade, and then we have 2 volumes, 1 for each pickup, and then a universal tone control, and then mother of pearl shark fin inlays, and then mother of pearl Jackson logo on the headstock, and then CTS pots and switchcraft switches. And yeah, like this thing, I think like when it came out, it was right around 35 to 4,000, being that Dan Lawrence had painted it. I have the hard shell case that came with it, but nobody wants to see a case, so I'm not leaving that out of the video. Let's take a close look at Dan's awesome graphics here. Now, as far as the pile of skulls, I first saw them with Shannon Hamm when he was playing with Death. He had, I think it was Soloist, that had the pile of skulls in there, and I instantly fell in love. Knew that I had to have them, so I'm glad that finally one day I was able to get them. And then I wanted it in a V, and they do the Rhodes. I know they did those earlier on, like even early 90s, but the Rhodes has a control plate that kind of goes over there, and it covers like most of the graphics, which I hate. So it was a KV for me all the way. I'm not a soloist guy, but I'm really, really jazzed on the paint job and having one of his paints. There's a SIG down there. And here soon I'm going to rework this guitar a bit. I know it's blasphemy, but you know what? Like I've been taking care of this for a long time, and I'm going to play it, and I want to enjoy it the way I want to enjoy it. So I'm going to take off the pickup mounting rings. These are aluminum, by the way. At least I believe they're aluminum. They're some type of metal. Same with the back plates. But I'm going to take these off and direct mount the pickups so we can see some more of this beautiful graphics underneath here. Swap out the pickups on there and the controls. I don't need all this. I really just need the three-way and a volume. So I'm going to get rid of these two dudes, and then I'm going to just have volume back here and then my three-way selector. And then I'll do some upgrades to the Floyd. I'll come back over here to the neck. I've been wearing on it some, but it's still in pretty good shape. And the frets are actually still in pretty good shape too. You can see some places, if I can get them in focus or not, they're starting to wear, but it's not too bad. And again, like for nickel frets, they feel really smooth. Let's come up here to the headstock. Nothing crazy to see up here. I'm going to delete the truss rod cover. Let's go ahead and flip this thing around. Here's a look at the back. Now I had a strap that dug into the back of the body, which I freaking hate. But I'm going to kind of rework the body and refinish it. Polish it up, and I'll try to fill that kind of stuff in. Here is the back cavity here. I just took this off just so you can see real quick. All this is OG. I haven't messed with it yet. Come up here. I'm going to also satin finish the neck because this gets gummed up for me. I know people sometimes don't mind them. Some people do. I'm one of the ones that do. I just dislike it. So I know this is blasphemy, but you know what? It's my guitar, and I'm going to do what I want. And I think that these are Gotos that Jackson just rebrands. But I'm going to put some locking tuners on there, probably Schaller. But yeah, not much going on back here. But the guitar is in great shape. All the ends are intact. Nothing's beat up, except for what I did right there, which always really frustrates me. And then here is a quick look at all the graphics at a relatable angle instead of vertical. But Dan just does such amazing work. And there's like little stars up here. But so much of it's just getting covered up with all this stuff, and especially the pickup rings and stuff. Here's the mother of pearl inlays, which unfortunately the light really isn't catching how as pretty what they actually are. But hopefully you guys can see some. You just have to catch it in different light, kind of like how that is doing. And then same thing with the logo. But it's a badass axe, and I'm glad to have it in the collection. All right, guys, so that's about all there is to go over on this. As always, feel free to leave any questions or comments, and I'll be happy to answer them. And I will leave you now with a playthrough on this guitar. Again, those Duncans, I really like that combo. And for mass-produced pickups, they sound awesome. They have for years, and they still continue to rip. I definitely prefer like my boutique pickups, but again, for mass-produced, like can't go wrong with that pairing. They just sound so good.